Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about the new raid Amirdrassil, the Dream's Hope, and I will explain why this is right now one of the best ways to make a lot of gold. As you will see, there are a couple of things you can do in this new raid, and probably if you manage to get some interesting items from this new raid, you will be able to make a lot of gold. And by that I mean even sometimes millions of gold. So the first thing you want to do is try and farm some of the new raid BoEs in heroic difficulty. So we're getting 9 new BoEs and all of them have an high level of 470 in heroic difficulty. All of them will probably right now sell for millions of gold, and it's probably going to be the same for at least a few more days. Also, there is one new ring, and this is definitely going to be the best seller. So if you manage to get this ring, you will most likely be able to sell it for really a lot of gold. And keep in mind, all these different items have a chance at getting, for instance, a socket, have a chance at getting extra stats. And so if you manage to get these type of items, make sure to sell them for even more gold. And here again, I would recommend at least right now to try and sell them on hyper realms, and especially realms where there are guilds that are competing at maybe mythic level. So like that, you will have a better chance at selling some of them for a very, very high price. So in order to farm these different BoEs, it's pretty simple. You want to go in here, the raid pre-made group search, and you want to type BoE, and like that, you will have a few groups available. So right now, there's not that many because people are just starting, but probably in the next few days, you will be able to find a lot of them. Again, I would recommend you to join only the ones that are doing it in heroic difficulty because the normal ones are not going to be that valuable. But if you manage to get into a group that are doing these different farms in heroic difficulty, you might be able to really make again a lot of gold if you manage to get some of these interesting BoEs. So for instance, if I take the ring, as you can see on European realms, so far there's only one available for 7 million gold. And then on North American realms, there are only 3 available for on average 3.5 million or like 4 million. So as you can see, you will definitely be able to sell it for a lot of gold if you manage to get especially this BoE in the first few days. And again, keep in mind, if you're trying to sell it on a low pop realm, probably you won't be able to sell it for that price. And so what I would recommend you to do is to transfer it for free on a high pop realm. After that, what you want to do is simply try to kill as many bosses as you can on all your different characters and in every difficulty, because you will have a chance each time to get some of the new plants and recipes that you can then sell on the auction house for quite a lot of gold. So this is really something you can do again in any difficulty. Right now for LFR, you will only be able to do the first 3 bosses. And next to that, you will also be able to get different type of materials, and you will also have a chance at, of course, getting the BoEs from the different trash, and also the old plants and recipes from Aberus, and also from the vaults of the Incarnate. So in total, you will really be able to get a lot of items that you can then sell on the auction house for a lot of gold. So as you can see, for instance, right now on this Hyper realm, all the new plants and recipes are still selling for a lot of gold, and they're probably going to be in high demand. And then also you have the 2 materials, so the Shadow Flame Essence and the Dreaming Essence. And again, these also are dropping from all the different bosses, and they do sell for quite a lot of gold. And here, really make sure to also do it in normal difficulty because, again, all of them drop equally from any difficulty, and it's probably going to be easier for you to find a group if you're doing it in normal mode. Then what also you want to do on all your different characters is to go in the raid finder and to join in order to do the Incarnate's Wake. This is the first part of the new raid, Amirdrassil. And as you can see, you will be able to defeat the 3 first bosses. And here you really want to kill the first boss because as you can see, it will be dropping the design for the Dream Tender's Charm. And so like that, you will have a chance again at getting it and then selling it on the auction house. However, keep in mind, it will drop, and if you're not playing on a Jewel Crafter, probably you won't be able to need. So this is definitely something that you might want to do on a Jewel Crafter, just so you have a chance at needing the item and then getting it. And finally, what I would recommend you to do is to simply try to keep an eye on some of these new big ticket items, especially the new BOE ring and some of the new plants and recipes from the new raid, because you will be able sometimes to find some very cheap auctions on some realms, and then what you can do is simply buy them and sell them back on other realms in order to make a lot of profit. So this is definitely something that is going to be very competitive and probably is going to be difficult for many of you because you will need to already invest a lot of gold. And it's also very risky because you always take the risk of actually losing your gold. But this is also a really good way if you have enough gold to invest in. And this is something that can reward you with a lot of profits. And of course, what's going to be probably the most efficient way to make some gold with the new raid is to simply offer some boost activities. So whether it is in heroic mode or also in mythic, in order to get the amount that only drops in mythic difficulty. But these type of things, I'm only mentioning it at the end because this is only for a few people. You need to be pretty well organized. And also, for instance, for the mythic boost, it's not going to be before a few weeks or a few months at least. But definitely this is something to keep in mind if you're playing maybe like with a guild. And I'm sure you've already thought about it, but this is something that can reward you probably with a lot of gold. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you will be able to make some gold with the new raid. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye.